everybody, it's Jera with Stitch Flurries, here for FlossTube number 2. My husband's right there. It's a little weird. So I've done a little bit of stitching in the past month. I figured I would probably do this monthly, just to make it a little bit easier on me. I already don't have enough time to do anything. So let's get into it. I have a finish. So since I saw you guys last time, I finished the Mythical Creature Sal. My husband was showing it off and I still had the very middle dragon to do, and I did it. So I am done. So I love this. It's supposed to have a little bit more. So the letters are supposed to have like a gold sort of background shadow, and then each of the creatures are supposed to have their name backstitched underneath it. But I think it looks cute without it. So yeah, I am done. So the plan is to get this framed and put up on the wall in our kitchen. We've got sort of like a fantasy wall going on. So that's the idea. So we'll get that framed. When? I don't know, but it's gonna happen at some point. So that's my only finish. I have been sick for the last 2 weeks, so not a whole lot of stitching as I'm trying to catch up, and December's just busy between holiday parties and trying to make sure that the boys see Santa. It's just been kind of crazy. But I have a couple of whips. So for my flower dragon Sal, and this, oh, I didn't tell you the last one. The last one was by Climbing Goat Designs. I love her stuff. She's great. And then for this one, this is the Flower Meadow Dragon Sal by Flossy Fox Shop. I adore them. So last time we had these guys in, and I have finished the Rose Dragon. I love this one. I love the wings. So the fact that the wings are a little bit like not straight up, I thought was pretty cool. We did get the next drop on the 10th, and so that's gonna go here. It's a dogwood dragon, so it's like a tree. It reminds me of like an ent, which I thought was just the coolest thing. So we'll do that one, and then there's one more. The last one is a leafy green dragon. My husband has already nicknamed it Caesar salad because it's leafy green. But yeah, so this is where I'm at on this Sal. I should probably start the Ent Dragon. But I love it. I love her dragons. I love her foxes. I love her flowers. It's a lot of like bouncing around, but I think her stuff is just the absolute cutest. The other one that I started since I saw you last is the Mill Hill kit. This is a gift. So I'm doing the Celtic Scottish Santa. This is my first Mill Hill. This is my first beads. This is sort of my first perforated paper. There's a mistake in the pattern. I'll point that out for you. So yeah, this is where I'm at. So a lot of these holes are going to be beads here and here. Those blue stitches, definitely supposed to be brown. The pattern says blue. I didn't stitch it. I stitched it according to the pattern. Pattern's wrong. Lots of plaid. This was supposed to be a gift for this year. It won't be. I think this is getting put in timeout. When I first did it, everything from like here, I did the feet, like I started here at the bottom, and everything here was stitched 2 stitches this way. So I had to frog all of that. So that was irritating. So I did that, re-put it back in, and then it went in timeout. But yeah, so this is where I'm at. It's fun. I like it. It's a little bit different. I don't like, you know, it's a Mill Hill, so it's 14 count perforated paper with 3 strands. I'm not 3 strands. I like 1 on 20 count. It's a lot. It's too much. I mean, I'll probably do another one, but I don't like 3 strands. I don't like 14 count. I like little stitches. Okay. So there's that. It'll be next year. That's probably getting put away for a little bit. The next one that I've been working on is a free advent sal. So this is by Anna Gutova on Instagram. I'll link her down below. But it's a free sal, so she puts out a part every day, and you don't know what it is. So it's a mystery. I'm using Cottage Garden threads for the first time in variegated, and I don't do a lot of variegated because I don't like the stripy look, which you'll see on one of the things, and I tried to make it a little bit different as I went through, but this is where I'm at. So like this part, this stripy thing going on, I'm not a fan of variegated threads doing that. So I've tried to be a little bit more intentional with where I put stuff. Like this snowflake, love it. I love how this turned out. I thought this ornament was kind of cool. The way like I tried to pull the purple. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's not too many stitches. So often I'll wait for a couple of days. Like she's already got some stuff here that's out, but I don't know what it is. And I want to see what it is a little bit more first before I start putting stitches in there. Just because the floss is so variegated. But this is my floss by Cottage Garden Threads. Bravo. My husband picked this out when we went to Barefoot Needle Art in Myrtle Beach over the summer. I don't know what to do with variegated thread. Not like this. This is highly variegated. So I don't know that I would have picked the dark gray, because I think it's might be a little too dark for the purple. But I like it. I'm excited to see what goes in the middle. So yeah, I've been working on that every couple of days, and I'm excited to see where it goes. My next whip is the Squirtle Squad by Witty Stitch Co. I love this one. This is gonna be a gift for my husband. He knows it's not a surprise. He picked it out. He knows exactly where it's going. It's going on the wall, right beside his computer. I'm not excited about part of what comes next. So when last you saw it, I just had the Squirtle Squad in, minus a couple of little stitches here and there. I think the light blue stitches up here. Oh, which I still haven't done. I still have some light blue stitches to do up here. But most of them were in, but I did all of this brown dust, and you can't see it, but there are white stitches right there. So the thing I am not looking forward to is all of this is white as well. So I don't normally stitch on white. I don't necessarily have a problem with white. It's just, that's a lot of stitches. It's a lot of like boring stitches. So I'm not looking forward to that. But yeah, I hope to have this done maybe by the end of January. I'd like for him to get it up on his wall. Mainly because I've got 2 other ones from Witty Stitch Co. that for him that he really wants me to do. But he definitely liked this one a lot. So, Squirrel Squad. I'm getting there. This was a lot. It was a lot of stitches. I did this when I was sick 2 weeks ago in bed while my husband took care of the boys. So yeah, there's that. And then my last whip, I told you guys I have not done a whole lot of stitching because I'm sick. So Wild Fox Stitchery, who is on FlossTube and Instagram, started a Threadwalker saga. So it's sort of a game, but you create like a D&D-esque character, and she has different, a set number of stitches per level, and then once you get to 10 levels, you fight a monster, you get to roll dice. I'm all for rolling dice. I'm rolling this one because it's so pretty. This was a Christmas gift last year from my husband. It's got little cherry blossoms on it. But yeah, so you get to roll dice, which I'm always excited about. And you pick a project that you're just trying to get some work on. I like this better than some of the other games because it feels like my stitching is doing something as opposed to being forced to stitch. Like I'm getting rewarded for stitching. And I like that. So I'm doing the Star Dragon by Forest Embroidery. It's one that I started 2 years ago, I think. But it's gonna go up on the wall for my boys. So it's got this big dragon towards the bottom with 2 little baby dragons, and I have 2 sons. So I thought that it was just perfect. So this is where I'm at. So I had all of this in this dark gold, and then I'm filling in with sort of a yellower gold dragon. So I'm filling in with a yellower gold. I was struggling with colors on this one. And then on this side, I brought the black and I brought it all the way up. So I've got some more yellow stitching to do here, and there are some flowers that are gonna go here. But yeah, I'm excited about this one. So it'll be yellow for the body, and then there's a belly that I'm gonna do in like a lighter color, almost like a whitish, like an off-white. So it's gonna be sort of like a gradient. But I think it's gonna look really good. So I'm excited about this one. I think I'm getting pretty far. So yeah, those are my whips. Like I said, not a whole lot of stitching. I'm also crocheting. I decided in November that I was gonna crochet the boys some new stockings this year. Ask me how that's going. I love the pattern. I love the stocking. I just started the cuff on one and I don't like it. So I think I have to rip it out and use a smaller hook. So I've been spending some time doing that too. I'll show you guys that when it gets a little bit more done. But I have 2 kids, which means I have 2 stockings to make. And I have not completed one, and Christmas is in 10 days. So yeah, wish me luck, it'll be fine. So yeah, so we'll move on to haul. I don't buy a whole lot of stuff. I really don't. I did go to Jingle Ball, mainly for the shopping. I got some, a few of the freebies I really liked. Jeanette Douglas's was really good. Hands On Design was really good. Heartstring Samplery was good. Tidy Modernist was good. I got Stacey Nash's. So I got a couple of the freebies, but then I also bought Tiny Modernist Yule Goddess because every time I see it, I just fall in love with it. So I might start that next year. I haven't decided yet, but she has a sale in the Jingle Ball shop. So I figured I'd go ahead and just snag that. So yeah, I did that. And I got the Baubles, the Jingle Ball Baubles book. I didn't get last year's because none of the designs really spoke to me, but there were quite a few in this one that I absolutely loved. Robin Pickens was a part of the Jingle Ball this year, and I love her designs, but I just hadn't taken the plunge on them yet. But her ornament in the Bauble book says "Let It Snow." Stitch Flurries, my last name's Snow. So anything snowflake related, I absolutely gravitate towards, and her designs are just impeccable. So between hers and Kathy from Hands On Designs, there were a lot more in this one that I absolutely love. So I went ahead and got the Baubles book as well. Have I started any? I've been sick. We talked about that. So, but I like it and I've got it. So we're good there. And then the other thing that I got that I was really excited about. So Color and Cotton, I've done one thing with Color and Cotton floss so far. And I like the variegation because it's a little more subtle, way more subtle than the Cottage Garden thread you just saw. But I like the subtlety of it. Well, Color and Cotton did a game on their Instagram where they put up a couple of different floss colors, but it relates to a movie or a book or a show, and you can guess what the show is, and they do a random drawing of the people that guess it correctly. And I won last time, so I was pretty proud of myself. My husband was proud of me because the, well, I'll show you the colors first. And they said that it was a movie about dragons and witches and something else. And that the name of the colors had something to do with the characters. So these are the colors. And between the witches and the dragons and the sometimes blob, I guessed Spirited Away, and I was correct. But look how beautiful these are. Like, I'm always in the search for a good white and a good black. Because I don't like black. Like, and I don't like white. Not because I don't like stitching with 310 or black. I just don't like how stark, excuse me, how stark pure white and pure black are. Like, they just seem so in your face. So I'm on the hunt for like a perfect one. But look at this pink and the green. Oh, I loved it. And then, much to my surprise, they also sent little half skeins of these two colors. So I got a nice light gray and a little like corally color too. What's it called? Oh, they didn't give me the names. I don't know what it's called. But look how pretty. I love it. So I'm excited to find something to use those for. So yeah, short video. I don't have a whole lot to talk about. But yeah. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. I'm happy to answer anything. Most of the fabric that I use is 18 or 20 count, dyed by me. We have 2 kids. I can't spend that kind of money. But I also do really like doing stuff myself. So I've got, I usually buy the big cuts of just white fabric, and I've got some Rit dye, and I'll dye it. And I like experimenting and playing around with colors and seeing what I can make with that. That's just something that's really fun for me. So yeah, so most of my fabrics are dyed by me. Obviously the white one is just white. According to my husband, this is the burlap from Hobby Lobby. It says it's 18 count. I'm sure that's true, but it just feels a lot bigger. It feels like 16 count, but it's supposed to be 18. But yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know. I'm not good at this. I'll get better. But yeah, that's all I have for today. If you like what you see, leave me a comment. I have found that I really like, that's fun. And now I feel kind of bad that I don't always leave comments on other people's FlossTubes because usually because I'm busy. Like, I'm usually watching FlossTube when I work, and so it's hard for me to like stop and get my phone and like type something out. But being on this side of it, it's like really exciting to like open my phone and be like, oh, somebody said something, and then I get to comment. So that part's fun. So yeah, if you like what you see, stick around. I'll probably do this once a month, ish. And I don't know that I'll get very far. I'm not super fast. And we're just, I'm just kind of busy. I have lots of hobbies. I think that's the problem, is I have a lot of hobbies. Like, I like to watch TV and movies and read and crochet and knit. And so I haven't done any of those in a very long time, except for here and there. And I have a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old. And my husband likes to spend time with me. It's crazy. I didn't know if he was going to say something to that. So yeah, it's hard for me to stitch as much. Like, all these other people, I feel like they get so much done. And I'm just 200 to 300 stitches a night, maybe. So I feel like after a month, I should have a little bit to show you guys. But yeah, leave me questions down below, leave me comments, hit that like button if you like, subscribe if you want. If not, no pressure. There are lots of FlossTubers, so I'm just excited that I think there's like 15 of you. And that's really exciting for me. So I'm excited to share the things that I like. And I feel like what I like is a little bit different than what a lot of people are stitching, because you see a lot of like the samplers and the primitives, and I like fantasy and nerdy stuff. So that's what I'm gonna stitch. But yeah, I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. It's next week. It's next week. So have a very Merry Christmas. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time. Bye.